main topic, which is still kind of gaming. Well, it is gaming, not kind of gaming.
Kind of gaming.
Kind of gaming.
Playing.
Kind of playing.
With yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Occasionally.
It's always good to play with yourself.
Once in a while.
Once in a while.
Doesn't
Not all
hurt.
the time. Sometimes you got to do other things.
Yeah.
You got to
Enough
stretch
time
out
to
in
do it.
between. You got to do other stuff.
Yeah.
So kind of basically like first console experiences, first gaming experience. Like, what was your first console?
Mhm.
Like maybe owning, playing, first memories of like games and stuff like that. So I know like one of my earliest console experiences is obviously the NES. And I remember as a kid playing this game. It was a McDonald's game called like the McKids.
Like McFat?
Yeah, like McFat, but with McKids.
Oh,
and
so McFat Kid.
But no, it was a full-fledged game, like not a tie-in to anything but McDonald's. And you had to go around because I guess like all the characters, I think, got maybe kidnapped.
Okay.
And they were all, it was all based on around and McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a full-fledged like McDonald's game, but I guess it's
try
like
to Google
really,
it, but-
yeah. I'm gonna bring it up here. I meant to grab the thing earlier, but yeah, it's like a full-fledged fucking NES game that I played the shit out of with my sisters back in the day. And it was just a good game called McKids.
Oh, MC Kids right here.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's
that
got these
image
two
is,
guys, and like the whole level was just, it was kind of like a Mario ripoff.
Oh,
Like
that's
you,
cool.
you can see like the screenshots here and
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
looking at it, yeah.
Yeah, this was basically the game. Like you went through and there was platforming and stuff like that. Like here's like one of the levels, and it's just like Mario. And I just remember this game got like really hard near the end, and I don't know if I ever beat it.
Huh.
But like it's super hard to find because it's obviously like an old school NES game. So like here you can see you could go into the levels.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a fun game.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I remember, like, I had the NES,
yeah,
and I remember, for me, it was just Mario.
yeah.
Playing Mario, and, like...
Mario and it was Mario and Duck Hunt, right?
Duck
They were
Hunt.
they were on the same
I think
title
they were on
card.
the same card.
Yeah.
And then, that fucking dog in Duck Hunt.
I fucking hate that dog.
Fucking dog.
I
Oh,
hate that
man,
dog
I hate
with a
that
passion.
dog.
I'm now gonna see if I can buy this game.
And then, yeah, I remember, like, sitting in my bedroom. We had bunk beds, and the TV was on the dresser, and, like, I would prop myself up on the ladder
Yeah.
and, like, lean against it and, like, just sit there, and I would play Mario Brothers. And then I had, like, other games. Like, I had all the Mario ones
I remember
and stuff like that. But, yeah, I remember just sitting there playing Mario for hours. Just A-B, right? That's
I
all.
remember at a garage sale picking up this game is $23 on thing. I might have to buy it.
Amazon. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
It sucks, like, I want to get one of the new ones, like the NES ones, like
Yeah.
the new ones. But there's things that
Yeah.
I've read some alleged stuff that you could do with it that you may allegedly get other games.
Oh, like you could hack it and put more
Allegedly.
games on it. Yeah, yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly, you
Allegedly.
could do some stuff
Yes.
where you could get other games,
Yes.
which would be kind of cool.
Yeah, because
Allegedly speaking, of course.
emulators allegedly are great because it allows you to allegedly play stuff you can't necessarily find.
Yeah.
Or like you go to fucking any like game store that sells like used games or just games like that. They're fucking expensive.
They are.
Like-
And when you're buying that cartridge, you don't know if it works.
Exactly.
Like, that's the thing. Like,
Like,
with the for instance, with the alleged emulators on the new one, they it's all digital.
Yeah.
You know, so you allegedly find them somewhere and you allegedly put them on somehow. But
I'm just gonna put allegedly atop the screen here.
yeah, so you know they're gonna work.
Yeah.
Right? So that's cool. And then so it was NES, and then it was after that it was I didn't have the Super.
You know? Oh man,
I
you
didn't
missed
have the
out.
Super.
I
had a friend
remember.
that had the Super.
I remember playing Donkey Kong Country to like fucking all hours of the night to like the point where I closed my eyes and all I could fucking see was Donkey Kong. Like I played the shit out of the original Donkey Kong, and then playing Donkey Kong 2 was just it was fucking great. And then just all the other great games that came out on that, like Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
I love playing Turtles on that system.
Yeah.
Oh, going back to the NES, did you play the original Turtles game on that?
Oh fuck yeah.
One of the fucking I've never beaten that game even fucking to this day because it is so hard to swim in the underwater. It is the worst underwater.
You play it the other day. Why do I remember seeing this
We were
game?
watching a video of like top
video.
10 underwater level
Yeah.
games, and that was like number 2 up there with fucking the Water Temple on
Yeah,
the original
for
Zelda.
So yeah, and then I did have NES. Then it would have been for me. It was the next one I had was the 64.
The 64. I remember.
Which I played the shit out of GoldenEye.
I remember a buddy of mine in grade school had the Sega Genesis,
Yeah, a friend of ours had Genesis.
and
I played
we
Sega
were
all the
we were
time.
playing
played
Sonic.
fucking
And
Sonic.
we played so much that the console was like super fucking warm to the point where we had like because they weren't built like to play that
they
long,
weren't
right?
built to actually work.
So you had to turn it off for like hours because this console would have fucking caught fire.
Yeah. No, yeah, I forgot about the Sega. Yeah, a
Yeah.
friend of ours had a Sega. We would play it all the time.
That was like my one and only experience with
Played
like owning
Sonic.
a Sega console was playing Sonic all night.
We played. I remember they had this tie-in for Aladdin.
Oh,
You
yeah.
ever play that?
No,
Yeah, it was just a tie-in for Aladdin. So like you were Aladdin, you're running through the market and throwing apples at all those.
I'm
guards
pretty
and
sure
stuff
they
like
had that on the Super from Acclaim, right?
Maybe.
Back in the day, Acclaim made all those like Disney
And,
tie-in games like The Lion King and shit
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then what else was it on? This was also on Sega. It was Double Dragon.
I've played Double Dragon recently,
Dragon.
like the last
Oh,
couple
I
of years,
played
but
the
I've never played it
shit
on
out
the
of it.
original
I played
console.
so much fucking Double Dragon and
Yeah.
Aladdin and like, obviously Sonic.
I remember
I'm trying to
getting
remember what other games they had.
MK3
I think-
for the
yeah, I
Super
played-
Nintendo. And just playing the shit out of that because it was Mortal Kombat, right? Back
Yeah.
in the day, and like you didn't have to be good; you just had to do the uppercuts like
Yup.
this and just keep punching them. But once you figured out, like going online and look, like I don't know, it would be buying a strategy guide and
Yeah, there
then
was no
just
online
seeing. Yeah,
back
there was
then.
no online. Buying all the strategy guides to see their move list, so you could do every fatality.
Yeah,
Just trying
You
to
had
get
buy
them to work. Yeah, you had to
those
buy
fucking books.
I have
had,
I don't know where it is, but I have somewhere a book from Blockbuster. It's this thick, and we called it the Bible. And it was just like every fucking cheat code to like almost every game at that time. Also, somewhere floating around, we have the guide to Donkey Kong Country 2. And in it is how you get through every level, and then the map of every level like laid out.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
flat on the page, and it's crazy because you can see like that level where you have to fly around with the fucking bird and carry it was like one of the hardest pain in the ass levels. But you just followed the map to where to go, and it just took you right through.
Yeah, so I forgot about Sega too.
Yeah,
so,
I
but
that was
after
my
Sega,
only
like
thing.
that one wasn't mine. So
No, I just played a bit.
I played a lot of it at a friend's house. But
Yeah,
and
but
then,
the 64,
the next was 64. It
Yeah.
was fucking GoldenEye. It was
GoldenEye, Mario Kart,
Mario Kart,
Smash when it finally
Smash,
came out,
what was
Mario
the-
Party.
Mario Party.
Fucking, I played
What
the
was the one with the
shit out of
worlds
Mario
where you
Party.
jump through the pictures?
That was Super Mario 64.
Yeah, Super Mario 64.
I never see.
yeah.
Here's the thing: I played 64.
Yeah.
But I never played Mario.
You never played
No, I didn't
Oh.
play Mario. I was
Yeah, when
playing.
you jump through the fucking like
Yeah,
pictures.
I was
and
never
stuff?
playing. I was playing Mario Kart,
Shit out of that.
Smash,
And I'm trying to remember
GoldenEye.
what was it? It was No Mercy.
W No Mercy.
WWF
Yeah.
No Mercy.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Played a
At that
fuck ton of
point
that, too.
later on, I had gotten the PlayStation. So
that was like late grade school-ish.
yeah,
So that was like
I had gotten
prime wrestling
yeah.
for me though too. So I played a shit
Yeah.
ton.
Well,
of
because
fucking,
I remember one year for the
Mercy.
PlayStation, I got WCW NWO Thunder.
Oh, I had that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, WCW.
because
NWO, yeah.
like my earliest memories of PlayStation was this guy I knew who lived on our street had one. I guess he like rented it from Blockbuster, and the first game I ever remember seeing on this thing was Independence Day,
Oh yeah.
and I just remember how cool it was. And granted, like I was shit because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Was flying around underneath the spaceship in Independence Day and shooting the aliens and their ship.
yeah.
And like that was awesome. And
When it
just-
comes to PlayStation, I never had a PlayStation.
yeah, I had the original PlayStation,
And then,
so I played that.
But
I
a friend
got,
of ours did, and one of the first things I remember, like my buddy did it, had it, and one of the things I remember was like it was wrestling, and I don't know what it was, like game wise, but it was just the idea that like the entrance videos were because
Yeah.
it was a disc,
Oh,
they actually had
it
the
was
fucking videos on there.
It was was it no that Raw? It wasn't
wasn't
Raw.
Raw.
It was Warzone.
Yes.
WWE Warzone.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what it
I
was.
remember that.
It
And
actually had the intro videos because
Yeah.
it's disc. They could
Oh,
put
remember
that, so it would switch
Nitro
from a
on
true
the
video-
64?
Yeah.
That was the best fucking wrestling game ever.
It would switch
W-
from video to back to pixels
Yeah.
for the game, but I remember that and thinking, "Fuck, man! Like that's so crazy! Like you put
Yeah.
actual video onto these discs now." Cause
I
it was the first one with
remember
disc, right?
playing Nitro.
And then I played so much. Then we just played fucking everything on the he had a PlayStation 1 and
Yeah,
everything on there. Like
I was
like you
playing
said, demos back in the day. So I just
Yeah,
played
you just
fucking
played
everything.
every fucking demo. Trying to get the Resident Evil 2 with people. Like it
I
was.
remember. You remember Cool Borders?
Yeah, man, I fucking love Cool
Loved
Borders.
Cool
Played the
Borders.
shit out of
That's
Cool
why I wanted
Borders.
to play that fucking Snowpike thing.
Steeped? Yeah, you want to play
I wanted
Steeped
to play
because they're like,
Steep,
it's Cool
but
Borders.
But the second they told me that I had a fucking
Ubisoft, you're like,
account,
no, man.
I was like, no, I'm not making an account to play a fucking
There's
video
a
game.
there's a Star Wars fighting game on there called Master of the Kenshis or something.
Yeah.
It was weird. It's a Star Wars like Mortal Kombat style fighting game, which is crazy.
okay.
Twisted Metal.
Oh yeah,
I love playing Twisted Metal.
The first GTA,
Oh yeah.
where it was like bird's eye view.
Well, here's the thing. I never played the first
You never
GTA.
played that?
No,
It was like- it was
I played
so
GTA
fucking-
3.
So
I never
fucking
played the
weird,
first two.
Bird's eye view. You're just like this little dot running around the map.
Yeah, I
like,
never played the first two Grand
so
Theft
fucking
Autos.
weird.
Fucking what else? Remember? Have you played Vigilante 8? It was like the knockoff of the GTA, or not GTA, Twisted Metal.
No,
Oh, it was great. I love that game. Then there was another car combat game where its soundtrack was great, so I just played that.
oh, I'm trying to remember the racing game. Oh, what would have
I
been like the big
had
racing
I
game
had
for
Gran
either-
Turismo for it.
Might have been
but-
Gran Turismo for the PlayStation 1. How about the one that did they have one for? They didn't have one for 64.
They had Cruising USA,
Oh, that's it.
which I played the crap out of that.
Yeah, Cruising USA. That's it. That
A
was
cousin
it.
of mine had that,
Played
and we
so
just
much of
played the
that,
crap
too.
out of that. It was great.
So much of that. Oh fuck! I played so many hours of that too.
Oh man, you can't.
I just
classic.
remembered when you mentioned the soundtrack because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Cruising
Cruise
USA had
USA.
a pretty good,
It did.
pretty good
It did.
soundtrack. Normally, I get in a car, I shut the radio off before I even fucking start the car.
Yeah.
Like in games, I can't stand the fucking radio.
Yeah, I don't
but I
blame
remember keeping it on during that game.
I remember the PSP. You could put, if you went on a certain radio station, you could have whatever music you had on your memory card for the PSP
Oh yeah.
in the game.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you had a big enough memory card, you could just have it because there was a GTA handheld game for
Mm-hmm.
the PSP, and it was great. Because then you could just listen to your own fucking music and just drive around and do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just
So
was
I
great.
personally went from 64 to PS2.
I had the 64, and then I was a fucking spoiled child because then later on I had the fucking PlayStation,
Yeah.
and then we jumped to the PS2. I'm just trying to remember what else I played for the PS1 because oh man,
Everything.
that
Just
fucking
so many.
that startup thing. I love that startup music. I miss that startup music. My ringtone for a while, or my text tone for a while, was the PlayStation startup music
Yeah.
for the PS1. There's just some great fucking series on that thing. And I never play it. That's where you got your Resident Evils and your Final Fantasy 7s. I saw Final Fantasy 7. I saw people playing Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah.
Never played it myself. I always watched people playing it, but I never played it. I remember the first time seeing Twisted Metal, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then you could fight on the buildings and all these cars blowing up, and you could run over these terrible pixelated people in
Yeah.
that level. And it's just this game is fucking fantastic. But then moving on, and of course I never bought any of these consoles because when super young, right?
Yeah.
So we're just hey, we want a console, and the parents are like, no, you're not getting a console for Christmas. They're $400.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, they're like, Merry Christmas. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. Spoiled fucking kids, man.
No, I
fuck.
bought
Rogue
the 60. I bought my 64.
You bought your 64?
I bought
Nice.
my 64, and I bought my PS2 and my 3 and my 4.
I
I had to
bought
buy them.
my second PS2, I believe. Because the first one had an unfortunate incident where it was standing up,
Yeah.
and then it fell down.
And it stopped working.
And then, yeah, it stopped working. We forgot to mention one of the great fundamental PlayStation 1 games. That Spider-Man game.
Spider-Man 2.
No, Spider-Man on the PlayStation.
Which
The
was
one
that?
with all the gas and you couldn't go on the ground.
Yeah, that one was crap.
That game, well, fuck you. That game is amazing.
No, the one on the ground is the better one because that like opened it up.
Number 2, Enter Electro. Never played it.
So.
Never
The one where
played.
You could go on the ground, yeah.
No, I like the one where you couldn't go on the ground. You were just in the buildings and shit, and you had to chase Venom around, and he was
I know
a
what
dick,
you're
and you
talking
got
about, yeah.
I fucking love that game.
No, I
you
thought the second one
fought.
was
You
better
forgot
because
Doc
you were-
Carnage.
You were allowed to go on the ground, which for the first time just opened up a whole city to you.
Yeah. No, I never played that one because I played the first one, and I was like, oh, this
I played
fucking
the
game
first
is
one.
great. And then we got the fundamental the game that every Spider-Man game should fucking want to be, Amazing Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
The one where that had the best web swinging ever.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like every Spider-Man that game comes out managed to fuck it up, except like maybe the new one.
Yeah, maybe this new one.
But yeah, that was great. And then so the PS2 had a bunch of fucking games. Memory cards. Trying to
memory
remember
cards,
what
remember
fucking
that?
memory
Fucking
cards and
cords on the controller.
yeah.
You can only go so far from the TV.
I don't miss not having cords.
Yeah.
I love having
Fucking
wireless
memory
controllers.
Cards, I forgot about memory cards.
Oh, yeah.
Or,
I
like
still-
on the 64, you had that big fucking rumble pack that you put
Oh yeah,
to the
because
bottom of your thing.
when they released Donkey Kong 64 and Perfect Dark, you had to have the Rumble Pack.
Yeah.
So now I got a great story for you. I was with my aunt, and my uncle, and we had rented 2 Rumble Packs, one for our 64, one for their 64, so we could play Donkey Kong and Thing. Well, at that time, the Blockbuster, the one that is on Tecumseh,
Okay.
they were building that doctor's office that's above it now,
Okay.
and knocked the power out.
Oh yeah.
Lost a bunch of data. Did not realize we had the Rumble Packs.
So you didn't have to return them.
Nope. One of the 64 somewhere around here says property of Blockbuster on the Rumble Pack.
Oh, cool.
As long
You
also
try to find a place to send it back to.
also on one of the games, like some Gordon Lightfoot piece of shit 64 game on it says that.
Oh, cool.
Remember Rogue Squadron?
Yep.
I fucking love that game.
Mm-hmm.
There is nothing. Oh man, they need to make another Rogue Squadron.
Video games are fun.
Yeah, they really are. Even like new games, old games, I fucking love it.
I don't remember. I didn't play much for on the PS2.
I played a lot of stuff on the PS. I played kind of everything because there was this console where they kind of released like, here's a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, they tried everything. That's the first
And-
time you got a lot of new stuff.
Yeah, and like a lot of like that's where we got
I
like.
don't remember what I played on the PS2.
I'm trying to remember. Is that Jack and Dexter? Or was that PS3?
I think that was 2.
And then yeah, so we had Jack and Dexter. We got Ratchet and Clank. We got we got some. We got Spyro. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was on the original PlayStation. We didn't even mention that. Fucking
Yeah.
Spyro and Crash. Played the shit out of those on
Yeah,
the
I played
original
Crash
PlayStation.
like crazy, like the ones that we're gonna get at the end.
Warped. Oh man, I love Warped. That was great.
I must have had. I had it on the PS2 because I remember I have Crash on for PlayStation 2.
It was like Twin Sanity or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. They got really, really bad, so I stopped playing them.
but I think I have Warped. Isn't Warp on the
No, Warped PS3 game or PS1.
PS1 game?
PS1, yeah.
Oh.
It's sitting up there behind all the Funkos.
Hmm.
Fucking love those games, man. So, and then like, I think I got the GameCube. I think later on.
You had a Cube?
Yeah, I had a Cube later
Friend
on.
of mine had the Cube.
Near the
Played it a
end,
few
near the
times.
end of its life cycle. Like I haven't
Yeah.
played a shit ton of like GameCube games. Like I never played Luigi's Mansion,
Mm-hmm.
just because I got it later. And the only kind of reason I picked it up was because of like Smash.
Yeah.
So like I've never played the entire way through of Mario Sunshine
Mm-hmm.
because I picked it up so late. I just was like, oh, I'm PlayStation. It's got more stuff.
Yeah.
And this is when Nintendo started kind of drifting away from what it was.
You know, top dog.
Yeah. And then like of course the Game Boy was still crushing it. So you like had your Game Boy Color.
I had a Game Boy Slim
I had the original Game
or
Boy.
Pocket. Whatever it was called, the thin one.
Yeah, I had the original Game Boy, playing Pokemon on that, and then playing Asteroid and Missile Command was like basically the only 2 things I played on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then like you moved on to the Slim and then the
I had
Color.
Batman. I think Batman Forever.
I remember playing Batman.
Batman
It was either Batman Returns or Batman Forever,
Yeah.
and there's a one spot where I just got stuck,
Yeah.
and that was it for me because I could not figure out where to go.
Yeah.
And which is weird because it's
Sucks
like
on old games.
it's a linear game
It's a
that I
linear game.
can't
How do
go
you- how do you
forward.
fucking
Yeah,
get lost.
and
But,
I couldn't figure out, so I was just like, well, I guess this is the end of that.
But it just sucks. Like there was no saving back then. Remember that? You just had to play a game until you beat it.
Yeah. Or you were fucked. Because it was always like, remember this level code, and then you wrote it down, but you never remembered it, and,
Yeah.
and
so
you
had to
wrote it
start
down
over.
wrong.
Yep.
You're like, oh, fuck. Oh, man, remember fucking Earthworm Jim? Fucking love Earthworm. I miss Earthworm Jim. I miss
Jim.
old platformer guys.
Yeah.
Like, I really do. And I'm really glad, like, we're getting some of these remasters or collections of games. Because, like, it was a fundamental, like, part of our childhood. Like, and then they take these games now and they rework them to other stuff. Like, Donkey Kong, they finally got back to just being about Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Nintendo goes out of its way to make it shit complicated to play on. Like the fucking Wiimote, or the Wii, the Wiimote, and then the Wii U gamepad.
Once we jump from PS3.
Yeah, I just want to shit on the Nintendo before we can fucking get to it.
So
PS3, I have the original
yeah,
Fat
the big
Slim,
fucking brick.
which is like, it just gave out last year.
Yeah,
or maybe a couple years ago.
I still have the PS3 Slim.
I have the Slim.
Which
It's still fucking hooked up right there.
Like, it's in my room. That's how I watch Netflix
And then
up there. And
I've
stuff.
got the brick just sitting over there with the rest of the consoles. I kind of set them up in a way.
Yeah, I played a bunch of PS3.
Yeah, I love the PS3.
Um,
This is where like Sony was like so cocky coming out of the PS2 era.
Yeah.
That they were like, we can do whatever we
so
want.
I'm just trying to remember. So like, PS1 came out obviously first.
Yeah.
PS2 comes out.
Yeah.
When does Xbox come out? After the PS2?
Uh,
Before the PS3?
I think it came out around because they had the Xbox near the end of the life cycle, I believe, of the PS2.
So it came out near the end of PS2, like I said.
Yeah,
but before the PS3.
Because the 360 picked up steam because Sony decided that they could sell the original like 80 gig PlayStation
Yeah.
for like $600 above everyone else,
Yeah.
and only stupid people like me bought it.
That was the PS3.
Yeah, I had it pre-ordered
Yeah.
at Toys R Us, which should tell you something about where I shopped for games back in the day.
Yeah.
Fucking Toys R Us. But yeah, like, so near the end of the cycle or whatever, yeah. I never actually owned an Xbox.
Well, we got this one.
Well, yeah, I mean the original Xbox.
No, an
I
Xbox,
switched with a buddy of mine. He was like, oh, I haven't played a PlayStation. I was like, I haven't played an Xbox. So we switched for a while. We switched consoles. So I was...
Which one did you give him? You gave him the 3?
It would have... I think it was the original fucking Xbox?
Or was it your 2?
I'm trying to remember. It might have been the 2.
The 2?
Because, yeah, it was the... Fuck, I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah. Did you give him a controller with cord?
I don't remember. It's so long ago.
But yeah, I'm just trying to think about. Like,
I'm trying to think of
when they
like,
came out.
yeah,
So, like the Xbox would have came out at the end of 2, but before 3.
yeah. I don't. My dates are so long on this because it's so fucking long ago. Like, because they had like, see, the original plan was, and Sony, granted, sticks to these plans. They're 10-year cycles, right?
Yeah.
So like year 8, they released PS3. So there were the crossovers, and while you're looking up date, I'll go on. But then, like, when the 360 came out, Xbox just abandoned the original Xbox when the 360 came out. They're like, we're done. And everyone's like, what do you mean? They're like, no, we're not making any Xbox stuff. We're done. They just completely fucking
if you want to keep
abandoned.
playing, you got to buy this one.
Yeah. And then we should mention, but I've never actually owned one or played one to an extent, just like demo stuff, the Dreamcast. Did you play any Dreamcast stuff?
I think once.
They always had
like for like an hour and a half.
Target in the States. They always had the Dreamcast. Those they had like Sonic Adventures and Crazy Taxi. Was like my only recollection of a Dreamcast.
So
I think that would have been like 2001ish.
PS2
Yeah,
ran for
it came out in 2000.
2000 to 2013.
Yeah, because the game or the
Xbox was released 2001. So it was only a year behind the launch of
why did I think
PS2.
I don't know why I thought other Star Wars, but I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it was a year.
Oh, you know what? I am stupid because they released Soul Calibur with 3 different versions on the consoles, right? For the Xbox, the PlayStations, and GameCube because Link was in the
and then
thing.
so just 1 second. So Xbox
rambling.
360
Yeah.
came out in 2005. Whereas
They wanted to jump the gun on Sony.
PlayStation 3 came out down.
I want to say 6.
North America 2006. Yeah.
Yeah, because they did the press conference that
So they
year.
did it 1 year after
Yeah,
the 360.
and they shot themselves in the foot right out the gate. Kind of like the Xbox One did when they announced all that fucking DDR RAM shit.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my original PS3.
I've never seen this one. Like that's the one you got the brick.
That's the brick.
That's the one I have.
Yeah.
I've never seen this one.
That's the slim model, right? Is that the
it?
one that's right there?
No. What's down there is this one.
Oh yeah, that is the slim. That came out late.
This one?
Yeah, that's the one they have out now.
Ultra slim?
Yeah, that was the last one they did was the ultra slim.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah, it says super slim.
That's the one we were looking at.
2012.
I think it was like 2 podcasts ago. We were looking at prices for
Yeah.
the old consoles. That's the one that's out for that.
It
yeah.
was the super slim in 2012.
Yeah, near the end of the life cycles
Mm-hmm.
for the last generation of consoles.
Yep.
Yeah, I bought my PS3, both versions of them, because I had to upgrade console, right? Because the hard drive starting getting ridiculous things.
Yeah.
That's the thing, man. Old consoles, like, it just saved to the chip on the cards, and then you had memory cards, and then once these new consoles came out, like, fuck, man, they have full fucking hard drives in them.
Yeah, it's a full computer.
Like, fucking, they have, like, fucking solid state drives in them. Like, they're ridiculous. My PS4 has a 3 terabyte hard drive in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was just tired of deleting shit.
Yeah.
Like, 500 does not work anymore.
No, it doesn't. Not when one game could be like 90 gigs.
DC Online is like 60.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto is like 60. Like, these fucking things eat data. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's ridiculous. But I'm glad we are where we are with consoles. I do like that they're bringing back things people like.
Yeah, I like the remastered stuff.
Yeah, I like remasters.
So you're
I like
going-
releases.
You're not going pro.
No.
Yeah.
No,
You're just
no.
waiting for PS5.
Unless I get like a 4K TV, which I don't see happening at any point, I don't see the point in buying a Pro.
But I imagine the PS5 would probably require a
Oh yeah,
4K TV.
it'll have a 4K TV, and by that point, I should have an upgraded TV.
Yeah.
I just have such a great deal on my TV that I don't want it to, and I'm not talking about here, but it's just a great deal I got for this
Yeah.
TV that I absolutely love it, and I don't want to get another TV. But this TV is starting to show its age. It has started to do the phantom imaging thing.
Yeah. Remember
the-
that like a few months ago there was that weird like
That game that I refused to play because it fucked up my TV.
what game was it?
It was an Xbox game that I got.
It was
for
Xbox. It was
that
some type
month.
of medieval thing.
Yeah,
or whatever it was.
Lords of the Fallen, I think.
Something like that.
And
yeah.
it imaged phantom my screen so bad to the point where I shut it off for like 6 hours just
It was
because
still there.
it
was still there.
finally
It was
went
there for
away
like
the
a
next
week,
yeah.
off and on. You could see it based
Yeah.
on the other game you were playing. You could always make out that image in the background.
And I don't know how it image burned because I didn't even have the game paused or anything. So I
And
just
there was no still
I
point.
just started the game
and you
I
just
yeah.
started playing it.
And then I moved and I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, it image burned my TV for like a week. I was like, fuck that. I never played that game again.
yeah,
To the point where I haven't turned on the Xbox since then.
nope.
The only time it turns on is when we accidentally hit the button.
Walk by it and it senses movement, so it turns on. It's
man.
like, oh, remember me?
I'm
You're
gonna.
coming close.
My only beef with these consoles is their fucking power settings. So, like, first of all, I don't know. Like, they did fix these in the new console updates, but the first like set of consoles, you don't know fucking what's the disc eject and which one is the
like,
goddamn
I
power
can never
button.
fucking remember how to open the disc or shut it off.
Well, the new ones have more indicated fucking logos on them.
Yeah.
You can see these ones.
These
I
ones
can't
are-
fucking
There's
tell.
nothing there. I always go to take out the disc
And the
shut
Xbox is
fucking
just
thing
like a
off.
light thing you breeze by and it turns on.
Yeah, a
Plus
good
the
gust of
Kinect,
wind will shut
the
that off,
Kinect
turn
you
that
could just
fucking thing
fucking
off.
like he's turned off my fucking Xbox when it had Kinect on it.
Yeah.
Like they had no privacy settings on them. But they are much better consoles. Thank God.
Yeah.
Remember, like I just remember like looking at games going, "Oh my God, these are the greatest things ever." And now you see games and you're like, "Look at the fucking rain!" Like I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and I'm like, "Dude, look at this fucking rain hit a tree, and it just looked like a rain hitting tree.
Yeah.
Like it looked amazing." And then we saw that Detroit Become
Yeah.
Human
the new
trailer.
one. Yeah.
Oh my
That looks
God,
really
that
good.
game is like gorgeous. Final Fantasy 15 looks gorgeous. Spider-Man looks fucking amazing. When we both laugh at a shitty joke.
Yep.
But yeah,
Hashtag.
games have come a long way, and I do cherish like. I'm gonna say something that just like kids these days though, like I don't think they get that gaming experience that we
The
got.
8-bit games.
Yeah, like they don't have that, like, because some like now are starting off with Horizon.
Yeah,
like, that'll be
they're
someone's
starting off
first
with-
game.
Yeah, they're starting off with 4K
And that game
games.
looks amazing already. Like there might be some like little incremental jumps, but I
But you're
don't
never gonna have
see
the jump that we
games.
see.
Yeah, like going from 8-bit Mario to seeing Mario now in Odyssey, like you don't get that anymore.
Yeah,
Like he's
they'll-
not gonna
yeah.
look much. Like he's not gonna look any different.
Yeah, they won't have that big jump again.
So I do cherish that buildup of like, this is how games were to where they are now. Is like such, and we fall into that age bracket where we have seen every system, like how whether we've played it or not, it was around, like
Yeah.
Atari and then Jaguar and the 3DO. Like we've seen those, and we've like played some of them. But like to see some of that shit and play Mario from where he was to where he is now, to see Final Fantasy from where it was to 15, to see like Resident Evil 1 with its tank controls where you turned like this,
Yeah.
to where it is like full combat dodge rolls now, to like it's really hard to play some of those older games because like they're dated as fuck.
Well, that's like just speaking hard to play old games where you think it'd be easy. It's like GTA 3, right?
Yeah, you've been trying to play GTA 3 for
Like there's
6
no
months.
Aim, there's no aim.
Yeah.
There's no aim feature, so you're just fucking wildly shooting wherever.
We bought that pack, right?
Yeah.
I skipped 3 and went to Vice City, and
you
it
saw
is
me struggling
yeah,
at 3.
and it is not much better.
Yeah, it's not much better. I see you struggling on Vice City.
Yeah.
And then I went to
San Andreas.
San Andreas, which is a lot better. San
and
Andreas, you
then
have
I
to-
went to 5.
Yeah, obviously we.
Well,
played
because
5.
I bought for the 3 and then was on sale. I bought it for the 4.
Yeah, but San Andreas is the first one that you could almost kind of go back and replay. Like
Yeah.
function wise, it works like a modern.
But
game.
playing 3 is
But
just
3
a
is just
fucking
slow. Like
struggle.
some of the buttons don't do anything because there's no need for them.
Yeah.
You know, like
There's
and-
no aim. You just point straight.
Yeah, you just
There's no auto lock. There's
there's
nothing.
nothing. There's
Resident Evil, like if you play with the old school tank controls, like you just stop where you are and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I tried to play Resident Evil again, and it's fucking complicated. Like I beat Resident Evil, but I can't
that.
do it now.
You
Yeah,
can't beat it.
no, I can't do it.
yeah
I would like
too
to.
sophisticated.
Yeah, exactly. Gaming has come such a long way that it's so hard to play older games
It's
because
like going
you
back and trying
expect
to watch
them.
old movies though.
Yeah,
You know, and it's like it's just too,
it's
it looks bad.
it's our prequel original argument of Star Wars. Like I've watched them, so I appreciate them. You've seen more of the originals, and you're like the old ones are dated as fuck, and they're
Yeah.
hard to watch. And it's like that with anything. They're all like there are some movies that I consider are classics, but they are dated beyond belief for some people, and it's hard to watch. And I get that if you haven't watched them. But I just love the journey to where we have gone and where we're going with gaming.
Yep.
And it's great. Thank you for joining us this week. This has been the Talking Bull podcast. Before we leave, we are at 9 subscribers. we need
want
one.
10. We want 10
one
by
to
the end
get
of
to
this
10.
month.
And I meant to do this at the beginning, but I'm doing it at the end again where no one listens
Yep.
because we ramble. But we now are searchable on YouTube.
Yes.
When you look for Talking Bull,
we pop
we're
up.
there.
Second fucking.
We are the
video.
second fucking guy under Talking Bull. That when we first started,
We
we weren't even on the page. You had to like go from our links, which it's awesome that people have clicked our links, looked at us, watched 30 seconds so we get some fucking view count. It's truly been awesome. So we're just looking for we need our British guy back. We lost him.
Yes.
We don't know where he went.
You find him out
if
there.
you're there,
Tell him we're
come
looking
back,
for him.
man. Come back. So we need one subscriber to hit 10. We're not even asking for a lot. We're asking for 1.
Yep. We just want to hit 10 by the end of the month.
If you do listen to this and you have a YouTube account, please, we just need 1, man. That's all we're asking for. But that has been this week's Talking Bull. I'm Anthony. This is Nick. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.